want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Salutations to all the Akim out here pushing this word with sincerity and truth. Speckled birds, women, and children that's listening and learning. I want to say Shalom. I want to say Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Tawali Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Being able to come again today with another lesson, man. And I hope it's edifying to the Akim, man. The elect 144,000, which we are trying to reach out and collect for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And it's going to be a lesson in transit today. And something about just meditating on, just thinking to myself, this is the last few moments of us catching losses in this place, man. So us being this low-ass state that we in, the heathen nations being over us, okay, having to suffer, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, having to suffer the wicked of our fucking people being out of order, being in the fucking dark, you know what I'm saying, having to suffer the Israelite woman being out of order, being disrespectful. This is the last go round, man, for us going through these things, man. All this negative shit that we going through, you know what I'm saying, have to be in the kingdom that is totally wicked, you know what I'm saying, having to witness abominable behavior, you know what I'm saying, having to have your children go to the food system, to the food system to be educated, man, which ultimately going to your enemy, you know what I'm saying. This is the last time that we gonna go through all this shit that we going through, that we suffer in this kingdom, man, because we're not living in the time, right, where Yahweh Shai is about to return, right, and Yahweh Shai is about to return these last days, man, and put an end to all this fucking madness, man, that we going through. You know what I'm saying? And also, this is the last time that we gonna be in imperfect flesh. You know what I'm saying? As the scriptures say, the spirit is willing, right? Where the flesh is weak. This flesh that we are in right now is weak. You know what I'm saying? It's subject to sin. All right? If you give yourself over to the ways of the flesh, right, you're subject to sin, right? But of course, when Yahweh Hashem shall come back, he's gonna give us what? New bodies. Even though we still go off, because even though we got this truth, but with this truth, we able to the best of our ability, man, to rehearse the righteous acts, man. We able to tame the flesh more than some others that's not in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Someone that the Lord ain't called. But when the Lord give us this new body, and give us that heart of flesh, and give that heart of stone, right? That stony heart, right? We're gonna be perfect. We're never gonna provoke. We're not gonna never revoke Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to wrath, make him angry to the point where we're gonna have to be judged. That's gonna be a thing of the past, man. We're gonna be perfect in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be perfect perfect beings in the kingdom, man. Because we're gonna be perfect, we're not gonna sin, and because we're not gonna sin, we're not gonna provoke Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to anger, and because we're not gonna provoke Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai anger, we're not gonna be in a lower state, and he's not gonna never have to judge his people ever again. It's a beautiful thing to think about what we got coming through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This perfection is needed. We need this perfection, man, because with this perfection comes what? Great power, great responsibility, protection, authority. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to rule over the nations, man, because they're not going to be perfect. The other heathen nations, they're going to still be subject to death. They're still going to be subject to going off. You know what I'm saying? To breaking law, statutes, commandments. Oh, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's going to be on the scale. It's not going to be on the scale that we have in this kingdom, but because we're ultimately going to live in a righteous kingdom, but they're not going to be perfect and beautified like the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Meaning they're still going to have to be put in check. we're going to have to put these people in check. We're going to have to correct these people because they're not going to be perfect. That's when the elect come in. Because we're going to be the judges, and we're going to make sure that the Lord's statutes and commandments of Yahweh Shema Rashai are being maintained and followed upon the earth. That's going to be our job. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we're looking forward to. And again, this is going to be the last time we're taking a loss, man. Because in this kingdom, man, you take all type of L's in this place, man. You know what I'm saying? You spend all type of trauma and disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It's pure madness, man. You know what I'm saying? You find yourself in situations you got to fall back and call on Yahweh Shema Shah to revenge you, because this ain't our time. This ain't our kingdom, man, to fight back. You know what I'm saying? The Lord say, wait on me. You know what I'm saying? Because in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah said, if it was our kingdom, hey, he said, my servants will fight. This ain't the kingdom. This ain't the time to fight and get your revenge, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Zephaniah 3:8 says, wait ye upon me, right? Till I rise up to the prey, to my determination is to gather the nations, man. Rough paraphrasing. But we waiting on Yahweh Shema Shah to get his revenge first, and then revenge us. You know what I'm saying? For all the hell that we caught on this side, but it was deserved. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't out here because we was perfect. No, we went off. You know what I'm saying? We didn't follow the contract that the Lord gave us. You know what I'm saying? That he laid out for us. You know what I'm saying? Going out to Deuteronomy 28, 28. I think about 13 on down. You know what I'm saying? It said, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I sinned against him, man. Because we have sinned against Yahweh Shema Shah, our heavenly power, man. And as a result, the judgment is the wages of that breaking that contract. Right? And the scriptures say the wages of sin is what? It's death. So we have to live that, man. Through the spirit power of Yahweh Shema Shah, we actually have to live that. But now it's coming to the end. It's coming to a point. It's coming to the point where Yahweh Shema Shah is going to show that ultimate mercy, and he's going to raise up his people again. That's what we're waiting for, Yahweh Shema Shah, to raise us up. You know what I'm saying? You know, even when he raises us up, and the level is giving us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because that's what it begins with. It starts at having this truth. You know what I'm saying? But then when Yahweh Shema Shah come back, in the twinkling of an eye, as the scriptures say, we shall all be changed. That's going to be the next phase. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the next phase of our perfection, is receiving these new bodies. You know what I'm saying? And we can't wait. We can't wait for the sinful and wicked kingdom to be done away with, to go down, man, in a ball of fucking fire. We can't wait, man, because that's why I said the scripture said the captain outside will be loose, and we're going to be in that spirit to hasten to be loose. The wicked of our people, they ain't in that spirit. They quite happy being strapped down in this kingdom. They quite happy being, having these people rule over them. They happy these women being whores out here. You know what I'm saying? It's unacceptable to the elect. It's unacceptable to Yahweh Shema Shah, because right now our mind is being renewed, and we have a higher standard and a higher expectation. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Shema Shah is showing us the other way. You know what I'm saying? How things supposed to be. Okay? So this kingdom is not acceptable unto the elect, man. It's not acceptable to Yahweh Shema Shah, and that's why that change is coming, man. Say the change gonna come. Oh yes, it will. But yeah, but man, listen. Hey. We just gotta be strong in this truth, man, and continue to fight. Because if we don't, we're gonna go down just like the 2/3, man. Man, look, just keep fighting, brothers. We gotta keep enduring till the Lord come back, because this is his fight. It ain't our fight, man. Don't say wait on me. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we waiting on Yahweh Shema Shah to come back, man, and redeem us and get us out of this hell hole, man. And with that, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash, and the Bible Bar. Shalom.